Hello YouTubers, this is Sean, the CEO and creator of Dodd Games LLC. Today I will be reviewing my first game. Actually, that's a lie. It's my second game. We don't like to talk about the first game, Hungry Bros. The second game, but first real game, called Spelling Tree for the iPhone. Everyone go out and buy it right now. It's totally awesome. And without further ado, let's just jump into the review. As you can see, the first thing out of the bag, we have a totally badass looking graphics. If you played Hungry Bros, or go look at Hungry Bros, graphics, not so great. We tried to go for an 8-bit look, and we didn't actually technically have the skill to pull that off. The other problem with going for an 8-bit look, for anyone out there who's trying to design video games, is that pixel graphics cannot be changed easily. Okay, when you figure out that your graphics need to be exactly twice as large or they need to be rotated by a certain amount, that means you have to go through by hand and change everything. So word to the wise, don't do that. You will be like a Bulbasaur in an Ultra Ball. You'll just be completely uncomfortable and life will suck for you in general. You'll wish you were a Charmander in a Super Pokeball. Okay. Anyway, that's totally lame. I don't know why I said that. Okay, so first thing to show you, I'm just going to go straight down the list here. Solo game. Awesome thing. Okay, I had a game in progress here, as you can see. That is the end result of what's going to happen to you in every game, which is that basically all of your fruit are going to ripen on the tree, all of the letters that you're going to use to be playing this game, and then you're going to lose and quit. So I'm going to forfeit this game, and actually that was a pretty good score, 411 points. I think I'll actually submit that. Not my best, but you can see I'm number 4 on the leaderboards, so booyah, suck it down. Okay, so let me go back to the menu here. Now, okay, so I'm going to create a new solo game. As you can see, this is the real awesome thing about this game. It actually makes this one of the most fun spelling games that I've played, is that it's got a great solo way to play, as well as a multiplayer way to play. If you ever played Words with Friends, it's pretty fun because it's like multiplayer Scrabble, but you have to wait around forever for your friends to play. And so the fact that like if you're normal, unlike me, you don't like live at home with your parents, you aren't starting your own startup, you don't have all day off, right? Your friends are doing things during the day, so it's like you get to play like 2 turns per day. Well, while you're trying to slack off at work and not do what you're supposed to be doing, you can instead be playing Spelling Tree because you have a single player mode, and even though everybody's working, you can still play Spelling Tree. So anyways, the best mode is probably Survival, this little infinity time symbol, because that's where you get all the ripening fruit, and it's the most fun type of game, I think. If you really want a quick match, you can do the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and then if you really want to get like uber high scores, you can do 10, 20, 30 rounds since there's no ripening fruit. Basically, the goal of that game is for 30 rounds, play as many points as you can. You'll have all 12 fruit the entire time. But I'm going to show you survival, just a little intro here. So as you saw before, I had just nothing but ripe fruit. So now I'm back. I have returned from the grave, and I have all 12 fruit completely intact. So as you can see, you have a smattering of different fruits here. You got your rare fruit, you got your medium fruit, and then you've got your common fruit like R, I, and N, T, and S. It's basically kind of like the dream of the United States, right? You have the wealthy fruit that have 8 and 10 points, mixing with the lowly fruit who like sweep the halls at night and they're on probation and on the sex offenders list. That's R, basically. That's his life. He goes home, he watches Jersey Shore and drinks himself into a stupor every night, while Mr. Z owns Amazon.com. And I mean, that's Jeff Bezos right there is Z, and then J is his friend Bill Gates. Well, actually, Z would be Bill Gates because he's the richest, and I guess J could be Jeff Bezos, owner of Amazon.com. But anyway, so Z, he like totally rules the world and he like cures malaria. Well, if you use Z, then you'll get Z back. Well, you may not get Z back, but you'll get a really good letter back in its place. If you just keep using all the crappy letters down here that are really easy, like, yeah, you can see like 3 words. Sin, like bin, all these are win. If you keep playing words like that, that's all you're going to keep getting. So the goal of this game is to play using the really good fruit at the top. But the second goal is you want to play long words, because if you play a word with 5 or more letters, you get a silver fruit that will double the word score when you use it. And you can combine the silver and gold fruit. You get a gold if you use 7 letters or more, and you can combine these and multiply them. So like if you get 2 silvers, then you will get a 4x multiplier. If you get a silver and gold, you have a 6x multiplier, and 2 golds is a 9x multiplier. So anyway, let me see if I can play something good here without like embarrassing myself really badly. Let's see. How about okay, chins. All right, 10 points and 5 tiles, so I earn myself a silver. So whatever I play with this silver is going to double my score. But I'm actually going to I'm gonna hold on to that for just a second. And let's see if I can play one more. Oh, I see a good one. Here we go. Saffron. Okay, so now I've earned a silver and a gold. All right, 23 points so far with all the tiles that I've played. I've played 12 tiles so far, but now with just another couple of tiles, let's see, what can I play? Wonder if that's a word. No, not a word. There we go. All right. So, don't know if you saw that, but that was like buku points that were just played right there. Score jumped from the 20s to the 60s in a single play. So that's your basic strategy. And as you continue, as you use the fruit, they refresh. It's kind of like your manly or womanly endowment. The more you use it, the better it's going to be. The more fresh it's going to be. However, if you don't use it, then it's going to ripen and eventually fall off. When you're 25 and living with your parents, you will more fully understand what that means. But anyway, you don't want that to be you. You do not want to be the guy that has not used his fruit in a year, and they're so ripe. That's I'm playing ripe, the word right now. They're so ripe that they're just about to fall off. Okay. So anyway, let me just demonstrate. So I'm just going to play some really short words so that I'm not using hardly any of these fruit. Okay. Rib. Dab. Just like I'm dabbling in these words. I'm not really... Okay, let's see. One. Okay, so I've got a couple of reds, which means they have 2 turns left. I could save these right now if I just played these. Actually, let me just show you. Okay. So I'm going to play these, ho, and then when I play this, they're going to refresh. But meanwhile, these purples that I am not using, even though I could, are going to fall off the tree. All right, so there you go. So the goal of survival is to stay as long as you can without losing all your fruit, or actually getting less than 3 fruits, since you have to have at least 3 letters to make a word in this game. So I can just keep making shorter words, like so. I'm actually doing really good, even though I'm trying to do really bad. So I totally rock this game. Okay, trying to not. Oh man, I am like super good at this game. I'm trying to show you how not to play, but I can't. Wonder if Soxy is a word. No, it's not. I know Moxie is. There we go. No? Oh, it's IE. It's IE. Okay. All right. Anyway, so that's the basic idea of the single player. Now to look at the multiplayer, okay, you've got your lobby here. Looks like I have one game where it's my opponent's turn, which you can still view. That was a hard feature to implement. You can still actually view, so you can see what they played their last turn, which was Doted. I'm now waiting for them to play, and I can still jump into the messaging where myself and MPD are having. I am Sean. Against MPD, we're having quite the flame war here, where I claim you will never withstand my spelling might as a poster falls off my wall. And MPD says, "You're going down, don't cry too hard." And then I laugh at her play. Doted, what kind of weak play is that? Please give me a challenge worthy of my awe-inspiring skill. So the battle will continue between myself and MPD. But let me just go ahead and show you. Okay, now I'm playing Mary D, who has played the word quib is my turn. So let me think of a really good word. Um, uh, oh, shoot. Oh, I see. Here we go. How about that? Hunk? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to play that. And now it is Mary D's turn. He or she, I guess it's a she, Mary, will be alerted via push notification. They'll get a little text message thing on their phone telling them it's their turn. And when it's my turn, I will get a notification back as well. And then finally, once you finish a game, so let me quit this solo game that I had going. So I had 144 points on this one. Most of the time, these games will go like 30 rounds. That was only 11 rounds, but I quit early. So I'm going to submit my score. As you can see, my top score, number 2 on the list. MPD, number 1 at 606. And Jeff, number 3 at 437. And then the score that I just submitted, let's see where it was, 144, down here in the 12th position. So not a great score. Anyway, so as you can see on the leaderboards, there's one for every different type of game. So that was survival that I just showed you, where I topped out at 580. So you're going to tend to get higher scores in the solo because you can save up your bonus tiles. But like a foolish sparrow stealing the pie from the window, your opponents will time and time again take your bonus tiles in a multiplayer game. Even though you get first dibs, you are just not smart enough to use them every single time, and therefore you will. But I am topping the scoreboards here. I am in the 1 and 2 position, closely followed by Kitty Bello, and there's that infernal MPD down at number 5 this time. I totally rocked everyone's world here. Oh, don't look at that 12th place, 27 points. That was just an experiment. But yeah, so I mean, as we've got all these different types. Let's see if anyone has no one has posted on 30 rounds. That's okay. Awesome. I'm glad I put that in the video. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of my first game, Spelling Tree. The only downsides I would say, we've got a few things that we want to add to this that aren't in place yet, which are coming soon. One of which is to have this released for Android and BlackBerry. So all you non-iPhone users, maybe even Facebook, just as a PC app that you can play. The other thing is we really, really, really have been talking to Merriam-Webster, and they, have said we might be able to integrate their dictionary, and I think that would be totally awesome. Maybe if we can get enough views and votes, they will actually let us do that. So I think it would be so cool to play random words that you don't know what they mean, since you're going to end up doing that just like everyone else, just putting together random letters. And then actually find out what they do mean. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the review, and more should be coming shortly.